before anything, like, comment, and subscribe. That's the way that we keep this going. Matter of fact, go do it now. All right. What's going on, guys? It's Marcel Benson, investor and entrepreneur. Look, welcome to another episode, day 11 of the 50K You versus You challenge. People that have been following me during this journey understand that there's been ups and downs. I want you guys to know this, right? That first month is going to be the most difficult. The reason that I'm doing the small account challenge, the 1K to 50K challenge, is to show you that you don't need to start with a lot of money to get to that next level, right? When you start off with $1,000, it's not going to be glamorous. It's going to be very hard fought to get you to that next level. But once you can accumulate around 10 to 25K, I'll show you how you can turn that and make it an income, right? A lot of people that are joining this are looking at ways to leave their job. They're trying to figure out, a way into a new situation. And I'm telling you that this is the absolute way. It's not high risk, right? If you can put away $1,000 and just simply follow the direction, you'll find yourself at 10K in no time, right? And then 25K. And when you're there, you can start paying yourself $500, $1,000 a week. Next thing you know, you have the same money coming in from trading that you would have coming in from your normal job, right? That sounds pretty good, right? So I'll just jump right into it. Today, I decided to go in. What's going on, guys? It's Marcel Benson, investor and entrepreneur. Look, we are back with another 50K You versus You challenge. We call it the You versus You challenge because trading is all about you getting over yourself, right? Anybody who's learned the skill of trading understands that you can know what you're doing, but sometimes you make a decision it's just not you. You knew it was wrong. Like, you got out of a trade too soon, or you got in a trade too hastily, right? This is all a consistency game. It's all a discipline game. It's all a patience game. And those things are very, very transferable skills. Those qualities, they transfer into everyday life. So what needs to happen? We need to be implementing that in our real life on a daily basis, and then we need to be transferring that into the trading life on a daily basis, and that's how we're going to start to see the success. Now, if you've been following this journey, we're here on day 11, and the account is starting to rebound, right? We had some very slippery days with some things that didn't work out. Again, setups that I would take every day of the week. But, CPI coming out, the market is just in a weird place. So I was like, you know what? Let me pause for a second. Let me collect my thoughts and let me find a really good play. So I came up with a new approach to it, right? As you can see, the account is up today, right? And I'll get into that in a second. But it's up today from where it was yesterday. And what I decided to do was to get into something that would be a little more long-term, right? So instead of trying to get the quick scalps in the market day in, day out, or swing something overnight and risk a lot of the capital, I decided to make the outlook a little bit longer. So buying something for about 30 days out with an options trade that has an expiration date of like late March, right? And I decided to do it with a company called VSAT. VSAT is already a company that I've been buying in for the long term because they're at a really good price and they have a target of about $19 and they're still sitting under $10, right? This company, it's had, a little bit of struggles with the revenue, right? Revenue was a little bit down this past quarter, but every business goes through these cycles. When you look at everything else, like the cash, cash that they're operating on, that's been increasing. You look at the money that they're investing in the company, that's increased. So these are good signs for growth of the company. So I was like, okay, VSAT is right at a level. If you look here, it's right at a level where it's retesting a breakout of the downtrend, right? When something's in a downtrend, that means it's having a lower high and a lower low, lower high and a lower low, lower high and a lower low. And you're able to take a trend line and connect those points, right? You just need 2 points to draw a trend. But the more, points on that trend, the more potent that trend is. So if I got 4 things tapping off that trend, that's saying that it's a pretty strong downtrend. So what happens when you get something to actually break out of that trend, then you know that it's legitimately looking to go to the opposite direction. So in this case, we saw VSAT break out and it's come back and it's retested and it broke out again and then it's come back and it's coming back now and it's retesting that trend line again. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is a great opportunity to get in. So I did that intraday and was able to get some pretty good gains, as you can see, for the day. But we're not done there. We're holding it until March 21st. I want to get at least 50% out of this particular trade, risking about 150, so being very conservative. But I would love to get at least 50% out of this trade before we move on to the next one. So the new approach is going to be slow and low, right? We may get some sort of pops that may be obvious that we'll take, but for right now, we're trying to just, protect our asset, at least get back to where we started, and then start focusing on getting to that $2,000 milestone. When we get to the $2,000 milestone, that's when we're going to start to kick it up a little bit, and you'll see us able to go to 4,000 very quickly, right? The more money you have, the more risk you can take, and the more stocks that you're opened up to. So that's why it's important to get to that milestone. But again, in the very beginning, it's a little tough. So if you're out there with $500, $250, or $1,000, and you're doing this challenge with me, understand that you have to fight to get to that next level, right? Be smart, protect your asset, but you gotta fight. You gotta, when something's not going right, you gotta get out of it. You gotta, take a deep breath. And you gotta recollect yourself, right? Take a deep breath, and then you gotta recollect yourself. When you do that and you're able to, see the market clearly, then jump back into it. Find a play, not jump back into it, but find a play that makes sense and, it meets your parameters to get in. So going forward, look for me to hold some of these plays, a lot longer. So when I do my update tomorrow, you'll probably see me just giving you the update on where it's at, but probably won't be taking profits until we're at about 50% on this play. All right? It's the 50K you versus you challenge. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Go subscribe.